That's it. Fantasy. Yeah. Juvenile criminal, my network can get no signal. Yeah. Heavy clip, fat gun, we got Glock, all of them in a different types. We not take bitch stock, we not take snitch stock, we not take fish stock. No way. Best done with the gang, any boy violate, we show click clap. That's right. Man still a rise to the top, and them think we I go flop, that's a full top. Fantasy chameleon, no say, when we come, it's a roadblock. Me and Jupiter, better than Lucifer, so we do the thing, yeah. Rise to the top and it's it.
Yeah, we start the program. We are the ordinary human. A sign for life are the slogan. We the one, we are showman. We living the best life. The best life. More money, more girls. We living the best life.
When I take no apology, fuck every pussy biology. 419 my number, that's what I see, numerology. Cypher him, choke him, cut throat, criminology. Me not like text, but me love WhatsApp, that's my technology.
These days politics that them just fuck up the economy.
Them think a comedy, but a tragedy.
Watch.
When they kill them rise, no man I go leave. Say that.
One day them I go wonder how get the youth by a neighbor. We start the program. We are the ordinary human. A sign for life are the slogan. We the one, we are showman. We living the best life. The best life. More money, more girls. We living the best life.
Juvenile criminal, my network can get no signal. Heavy clip, fat gun, we got Glock, all of them in a different types. We not take bitch stock, we not take snitch stock, we not take fish stock.
I'm a troublemaker, and that's what I'm always going to be. You're tuned into SeviinProject on every single platform. Please send us messages, yes. And I have the guy who directed that music video, looking very fly, everyone in the music. And the ladies, you know the ladies in that video?
No.
Oh man, anyway, Charlie, it's good to have you on here.
Thanks, brother.
And you know, one thing we're going to talk about is social media and stuff. Because you've directed some very interesting stuff one day. But first, let's talk about how you got into the space directing. How did this start for you, man?
Okay, so I think I had a it's not like I think. I have a musical background, you know, like I used to sing and rap. Way back in high school. Yeah, I do.
So you can drop a couple of bars maybe later on. You drop a couple of songs.
Oh my doors in your eyes.
Okay.
You know, like, so...
Please, got it.
You know, so I think I was really finding it difficult for, you know, people to hear me in terms of promo and stuff. You know, most times we had to beg people to put us on. You get it? Bro. So along the line, I have an arts background. So along the line, the owner of the studio taught me, how to edit. And then the whole idea was for me to learn and, you know, like, do freestyle videos and put on social media. Okay. But then while I do that, the boys sort for my bills. Like, you get to breakfast is sorted.
Yeah,
lunch and the rest,
we good.
You know, so I feel like, oh, wow, like, I could make a living out of
nice one. That's a good thing. And so how many years has it been since you maybe start learning directing?
All right.
So how many years has it been?
So while I was learning, I was practicing. So people didn't even notice me as an amateur. So I came out as a professional. So it's been 5 years now.
Wow, 5 years. And how's that 5 years been? Has it been easy? Has it been fun? To sum it up, how's it been?
I would say all in one. Yeah. You know, sometimes you get it easy, sometimes to, you know, a bit tough.
What's been the most difficult part so far about this journey directing?
The fact that people, you know, really look down on what we do.
They do?
Yeah.
They look down on directors?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Tell me a little bit about that. Look down as in how? Because you guys produce the videos we enjoy. How do they look down on directors?
Okay, so let's say an artist would want to push in some small amount, you know, for the visuals, and then pay bigger amounts for promotion, forgetting that the content they are going to promote has to, you know, come out with a certain standard. So if let's say you put in X amount and then you don't get that standard and you are spending more to promote that that work, how does your work sell?
Oh, okay, now I get it.
Exactly.
Has that narrative changed now, would you say, since you began?
I think it's changing. I'm not the only person facing this. I think majority of the directors, even the big names, are facing this. And we can tell from what they produce for some of the artists. Yeah.
The Ghanaian space.
Right.
The videos being churned out right now, whether it is maybe the artist not paying enough, because I've heard some stories like, oh, we've had directors from different countries shoot music videos in Ghana and it looks better. And you never want to hear this if you're a creative in this space.
Right.
Are you happy with the content, not just for yourself, as a whole, not attacking anyone, because I'm sure you wouldn't want to do that.
No.
Are you happy with the videos we're churning out right now in terms of the consistency, how many we're producing, and the quality we're producing right now?
As in Ghanaian directors?
Yes, yes.
I think by far a few are changing the narrative. So I'm not 100% happy, you know, because I feel like a lot of them go for the money because they need to survive. Yeah, but then...
So which directors are you really impressed by right now?
Not because I know him, not because I know
think
him.
I know you're going to mention. if I do, I wouldn't be surprised if I do.
Are you sure? Babs.
Okay, Babs is one of them. Yeah, Babs. Yeah. Babs on fire.
Exactly.
Me, I love Babs. I love Nikosei too.
Right.
Those are like my guys.
Nikosei is a legend.
Yeah.
And my godfather, Abraham Ohinijan, you know,
Yeah.
he's actually a big inspiration. Like he's played like a major role in my career.
Okay, so it seems like it's getting better, right?
Yeah. We're getting there, you know. I think brother, I don't know whether to call them our brother countries or Nigeria is actually, you know, like giving us a run for our money. And then, you know, I think the message you're sending to our creatives out here is really getting to them. And
I think, and I love the way you said that. I think it's just healthy competition.
Exactly.
Because, you know, if someone is doing well, you praise them, you learn from them, and you keep it moving.
Exactly.
I mean, what else are you going to do?
Because the ultimate prime is for Africa to win.
For Africa to win, Africa to win. Okay, now apart from this, directing music videos and all of this, social media too. It's a big thing now. And you actually like direct for influencers.
Right.
And I was saying this before you came, you know, about SDK. Again, I'm very happy I'm going to have him here soon, you know, about the amount of money he invests, you know, in the content he puts on social media. Tell us about that space. It seems like it's very lucrative right now.
Very, very. If you take it serious, very, very. You know, funny enough, social media made me.
Oh.
I'm a product of social media. I started with dance videos. So in the early days of Incredible Ziggy, each and every person can't deny the fact that they saw my creative works. You know my name, but you don't know me. You know, so I'm behind Coupe, the global hits Coupe. I shot the dance video that took the song viral.
I'm in the midst of a star.
You know. And then I shot That's of the Dance Challenge for Dumebi. That was like the first song that ushered Rema of Nigeria into the system.
You're working, bro.
You know, so coming this far, I've taken it very serious. And then I always say that I'm not for every project. You know, if you have a project and you feel like, oh, Anibade is the best person to execute.
Is Anibade expensive?
I am.
I like that.
I am. Yeah, I am, because I've got bills to sort, you know.
Yeah, and the content is good.
Exactly.
That's the thing, you know. And I love the way you just said you are.
Yeah.
You know, there's no beating about the bush, because this is a business. And we've been saying this thing on here, you know, young creatives are working. They need to put food on their tables. All of us need to do, right? One thing I also want to know is, again, in the influencing space, do you think influencers right now are taken as seriously and are respected as much as they should, looking at what they're putting into their craft?
A few are yet to see the future. I think a lot of these influencers are getting the exposure while they're not ready.
Wow.
So they don't understand the business side of things. Example, we just released content for Asantewa, the TikTok.
Yeah, you just showed it to me. That's dope.
Exactly, you get it. And then that is first of its kind in the TikTok space in Ghana. Right?
Yeah.
And then after we introduced this into the system, a lot of them reached out, and then I gave them budgets. And it would shock you to know the comments a lot of these people passed.
Tell us, like, what were some of these comments?
Okay,
Were they
so
positive? Were they negative?
negative. Majority were negative.
Wow.
Someone was like, "Oh, hey, like 1 minute I deal be penny." Like, "Oh, where the engine has?" I'm like, "Yeah, engine has it." But then, you know, you're coming up with a content. You would come with your idea. I'm the one to bring the vision to life. You get what I mean? You're not just paying for the visuals.
Yeah.
You're paying for my creative
And
sense.
you know, again, this thing came up. We've been speaking about this, you know, about young creatives, you know, understanding the business side. I mean, I spoke to I've forgotten her name, like an influencer, you know.
Right.
She did a tour of Africa. And she does like comedic videos, she dances. And for her to do, she came to Ghana, she went for interviews. It's crazy to me that it seems like we're still not taking it as seriously.
Exactly.
And there's money being lost. Because you feel like you're paying the director, but you could get more from paying him even what you think is a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying. They've not seen the future because if I'm going to the extent of shooting with a director, and then he's going to give me that quality, I don't think if X brand comes, they would want to pay you chicken change.
Yeah.
Because
Looking at the
already
content you're putting out,
exactly,
right?
and that is your brand.
Yeah.
You get what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
How you portray yourself is how people would buy you.
Okay, so do you think now, we as creators, when we say, Charlie, money no did the system inside, that's why we shoot low budget videos. Is that an excuse? Hearing that as a director, as a creative, looking at, again, we're not where we want to be. And I feel like, as much as we want to do well, this is a conversation that's going on. Charlie, money no did the system, or that's why when our videos know they be.
Right.
I speak to a lot of young guys. Is that a good enough excuse?
I'll say yes. Because not everyone can afford for big budgets. So it has to do with relation. How you even approach the director involved. Because most big directors, you know, produce content for people. Sometimes it would shock you to know that a lot of these creative videos out there that look very expensive are on zero budgets.
Wow.
For real. So you see, if you build a good relationship with me, right, I can tell you. I can be like, okay, cool.
Since now you're my brother, we've obviously built a good relationship.
Yeah, Jason, you know.
But Charlie, it's good to see what you're doing, and I'm very proud of you. And it's like you have a lot of depth, you know, in what you're doing, and that shows that you're going to go so far. So with everything you've done, what's the plan moving forward? Any new projects coming up? What's the plan? Man?
Personally, I have a few YouTube shows I'll be coming out with, but then I'm actually behind the scenes, you know, like I don't know what to know, like, yeah, you know. And then this evening, we're releasing another wild TikTok content that's very educative, you know. Big shout outs to Asantua.
Yeah, she's working, man.
Yeah, she's very serious. Her management.
And even for you to even say that she has a management,
Yeah.
that's someone who understands what she's doing,
Yeah.
where she wants to go.
Yeah. Big love to Dance God Lloyd as well.
Yeah, you work with dancers too, right?
Yeah.
Charlie,
You know.
this guy is on fire, man. Charlie, I'm proud of you. And everything you're doing. Is there anything you want to add before you leave us?
I'd say you guys should keep supporting what we do. Respect each and every creative, because whatever they do is no joke. Trust me. It takes a lot of time. Sometimes sleepless nights. You know, sometimes, you know, like most of the 1 minute content we put out there, it even takes days.
Wow.
To plan.
Wow.
I won't lie to you. I can show you scripts and stuff. You know,
Wow.
so
The
guys,
scripts and stuff.
yeah.
Wow. Cool.
So please, you know, respect each and every creative, regardless of how you see their content. They spend sleepless nights.
Nice one.
Trust me.
Charlie, I'm sure we're going to have you on here some more. I'm
Most
sure we're going to
definitely.
work.
Most
you know?
definitely.
And
Most
shout out to
definitely.
my man, Anybay. Please go on social media, look for him, follow him. Get into his DMs, let him shoot something for you, because his work speaks for itself. Guys, we have to sign off. Very big salute to my Betway family, to my Silverbird family. Shout out to Eugene came through, Adam came through. Very interesting conversations. Again, shout out to this guy right here, Anybay, and everything he's doing. Please, once again, go out there and support him. And always stay tuned in to MX24GH. Now, I'm going to see you guys on Monday. Have a safe weekend, a healthy weekend. Peace out.
Angelina. If you cool in my temperature, if you call.
Say cheese, take a picture. Shaka pose, make I see, take a picture.
In the leg book, boah.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say. Shake your body.
Hey, go good free body, I send them both.
Okay, sweet, but your love is sweeter. My hair, you pay for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful one, so the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you can be my baby.
What
If I broke, now my business. I'ma show you go buy to get you.
I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, bank or yeah, bad things go from a side.